Ever wondered how to secure your family's financial future for generations to come? Well, you're in for a treat because today, we're diving into the art of building generational wealth. You see, the great wealth transfer is in full swing. With over 10,000 baby boomers hitting 65 every day, trillions of dollars are about to change hands over the next few decades. The question is, will you be part of this monumental wealth shift? In this video, we're breaking it down into 10 simple steps, showing you exactly how to pave the path for a prosperous future. And here's the kicker. Consider teaming up with a financial advisor for expert guidance along the way. Ready to seize control of your financial destiny? Be sure to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and stay tuned for the ultimate guide to building generational wealth. Now let's dive into the basics. Generational wealth means passing down valuable things like money, property, valuable stuff like rare instruments or art, or even knowledge and opportunities from one generation to the next in a family. It can happen when a parent or family member passes away, or even while they're alive. Now here's the interesting part. Most families get some generational wealth at some point, but it's a small number of rich families that do most of it. On average, about 350 billion worth of generational wealth gets passed around each year, and roughly 2 million families get either money or valuable gifts. Why do families do this? Well, it's because they want their money to keep helping others long after they're gone. Some common reasons include getting rid of money problems, choosing careers they love, giving to charity, making sure everyone in the family can get an education, and taking care of medical needs in case of sickness or disability. So, let's get into the steps to building generational wealth, starting with step number 1. Using tax laws to your advantage. Some families worry about how much money they have to give in taxes, but others who want to build wealth for future generations actually use tax laws to help them. They do this by making sure they get all the tax deductions they're allowed, finding tax credits they qualify for, and using special rules to avoid paying taxes on the wealth they want to pass down to their kids and grandkids. Basically, they use the tax rules in their favor to keep more of their money and grow their family's wealth over time. Number 2, avoiding unnecessary debt. Dealing with debt can be tough for families. When you owe money, you have to make regular payments, like monthly bills, and some of that money goes toward paying interest, which is like a fee for borrowing. The problem is, every dollar you spend on interest is a dollar you can't use to invest for your family's future. While some types of debt, like a mortgage for a home or student loans for education, can be necessary and even helpful, some people end up borrowing too much, and it can make it really hard to save for other important things. So it's important to be careful with debt and not let it get in the way of your long-term financial goals. Number 3, creating multiple streams of income. Many rich families don't rely on just one source of money. They have several ways to make income. This is smart because it makes them less vulnerable when certain industries have ups and downs in the economy. They do this by having different sources of income, like stocks that pay dividends, properties they rent out, partnerships in businesses, and even owning their own companies. These income sources can be passed down to their children and grandchildren because they don't depend on just one person to make money. They keep generating income over time. So it's like having multiple safety nets for financial stability that can last for generations. Number 4, using leverage wisely. You know, not all debt is actually a bad thing. In fact, if you use it wisely, it can help you achieve some pretty cool stuff. Here's the deal. Sometimes you can borrow money to do things like buy rental properties, expand your business, or make investments, and you can do this using other people's money, like loans from banks. The key is to only borrow the amount you really need and to try and talk with the lenders to get the best possible deal on things like interest rates and how you pay it back. This way, you can make debt work for you in a smart way to help you grow your wealth and achieve your goals. Number 5, maxing out retirement plans. Saving as much as you can each year in your retirement plans is a smart way to lay a strong financial foundation. Here's why. The money you put into these plans grows without you having to pay taxes on it for many years. Plus, when you eventually take the money out, It might either be tax-free, which means you don't owe any taxes on it, or it could give you a tax break when you put it in, which means you pay less in taxes for that year. So it's like growing your money in a special savings account that helps you keep more of it in the long run. Number 6, investing to outpace inflation. When you're trying to build wealth that lasts for your family over many years, it's really important that your investments make more money than the rising cost of living, which is called inflation. See, inflation can mess up your financial plans because it makes your money worth less over time. To counter this, you should invest your money in a mix of things like stocks, real estate, cryptocurrency, and other assets that tend to give you better returns. This way, your wealth grows faster than the cost of living goes up, and you're more likely to create a financial legacy that can benefit your family for many generations to come. Number 7, creating an estate plan. When you want to pass on your money to your kids and their kids, it's really important to plan things out carefully, and that's called estate planning. With good planning, you can either get rid of or lower the taxes that might come with passing on your wealth. You can also set up rules in your family trust so you decide how the money should be used. This can stop one generation from spending all the money and making it disappear before the next generation gets a chance to benefit from it. In simple terms, estate planning helps make sure your money goes where you want it to and keeps it safe for your family's future. Number 8, focusing on education. Education is valuable not just for school subjects, but also for understanding money matters. Using your estate to support traditional education, like college, helps your descendants qualify for better jobs. This means they won't have to rely as much on the family trust for day-to-day expenses. However, personal finance education is just as crucial. It teaches them how to save and invest wisely so they can grow their money. And it also shows them how to avoid getting into too much debt. Both types of education set them up for financial success and independence. Number 9, buying life insurance for tax-free money. Life insurance is a pretty affordable way to build wealth that lasts for generations. If you're in good health, the money you pay each month for your insurance is usually not too expensive compared to the big sum of money your loved ones get when you pass away. You can set it up so that this money goes into a trust fund, which means you get to decide how it's shared among your family after you're gone. And here's the cool part. The money your family gets from this life insurance is usually not taxed, especially if your estate isn't super huge. So, it's a smart way to make sure your family has financial security even when you're no longer here. Number 10, hiring knowledgeable advisors. Building generational wealth is like building a strong house. You need a reliable team of experts. These advisors are like your financial coaches. They give you clever ideas to make the most out of your money while keeping your taxes low. Some of these tricks aren't common knowledge, so having advisors is super helpful. Yes, they might charge you for their help, but their advice often ends up being worth way more than what you pay them. Plus, they can keep your financial plan going even after you're not around anymore, ensuring your family's wealth lasts for generations. So, think of them as your money champions. Building generational wealth might not be as tough as it sounds. It begins with spending less than you earn, so you can save and invest more money. The tips we've talked about are accessible to most people, and they usually don't require a lot of money. You can start by trying just one or a few of these strategies, and over time, you'll learn how to create wealth that can benefit your family for a long time. So, it's all about taking small steps to secure financial success for your loved ones in the future. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss an upload and you can enjoy the excellent content I send your way.